Minimalism and velocity banking go hand in hand. They're both ways to use money effectively, right? Preserve your cash flow and increase it. So what I want to do today in this example is talk a little bit about how we can minimalize on our expenses in form of, cutting back or, giving away some things or selling some things, right? While also applying the velocity banking method and not having to completely sacrifice our lifestyle, our current way of living. All right, sound good? My name's Denzel. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I highly encourage you to start from the very beginning of my channel and work your way up. You will thank me later, trust me. So, diving into this example here, we have a 32-year-old woman. She's a nurse, right? Her current income is $4,000 a month. Her expenses are $3,765. Pretty close, right? Her debt is $291,688.75. Okay, and her cash flow currently $235. Really, really accurate numbers. Okay, so to show you how practical velocity banking can be, as well as minimalizing, right? I'm gonna just throw in some ways, if I was in her shoes, some quick, easy ways that I would increase this number right away before I even start doing velocity banking, right? Because when I look at numbers, when you guys submit a form, and by the way, we're at 60 plus forms submitted, and this channel has only been going on for 2 months? So you guys are doing awesome. Shout out to Texas. You guys are taking action, okay? I got like 16 forms just from Texas alone. All right, so shout out to you guys. And shout out to London and Jamaica. And Canada. What? Like, I was looking at my analytics, 0.01% from Canada, Jamaica, and London. And you guys submitted a form. You guys took action. I love it. Okay? I can't wait to talk to you guys one-on-one. But anyways, without getting sidetracked, when I'm looking at numbers, if the cash flow on the form is low, when I mean low, anything below like $500, or 300, 200, right around this number, especially if our income is like $4 or $5,000 a month, and we're only after the whole month is over, we only have $200-$300. Like, that's really bad. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is work on fixing this number. I gotta increase it. Okay, so before velocity banking can even work properly, I gotta increase this. So my number one way, especially if I'm an employee, I'm gonna fill out my W-4. Okay? Now, I was planning on doing a video on how to fill out the W-4, but to tell you the truth, there is some great content already out there, and I made a playlist of my favorite, so you guys can check that out. As well as, listen, you can look up all the information, but at the end of the day, go to the irs.gov website, and they're going to tell you exactly how to fill out the form. They have a calculator. Theirs is the best. They're the IRS, so just listen to them, right? That's my advice, okay? Now, with that being said, as soon as I fill out my W-4 properly, I can easily increase my take-home pay anywhere from $200 to $800, depending on how much I get paid, if I did it properly, right? Okay, so that number could easily double to about 4 or 5, and now we're rocking and rolling. Okay? But let's say, you know, some people are, hey, taxes, I gotta pay my taxes, I'm scared. Okay. Listen, go open up a new checking account with a different bank with a promotion, right? You deposit $500 or more, direct deposit from your paycheck, right? 500 or more within 60 days, and they pay you a reward anywhere from $100 to $250. That's easy cash, all right? That's free money. That's one way. Another way is, look, so she's a nurse, right? You take this number, $4,000, divide that by 4 weeks, okay? Divide that by 40 hours. She's probably making about $23, $25 an hour, okay? Can she work 1 extra hour a week? Can she do that for me? 1 extra hour, okay? That's an extra $85, okay? So that's an extra $85. If all she did for me was work 1 extra hour, 32 years old, she can do that, all right? She would probably be like, dude, I'll give you 5. I'll give you 10. Hey, practical, right? I'm only asking 1 extra hour a week, $85, and that gets added to the cash flow, okay? Another way is going on the minimalist side, or minimalism, right? If you look that up, okay, these are all her expenses, right? Okay, and there's more, because this number does not equal that, but there's more, you know, mortgage and car and all that, but I only listed a few for an example that I'm about to get into, right? But I can ask her, I would say, hey, you know, what if we just went out 1 less time per week and saved, I don't know, $50 for the month? Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we save $50 by just cutting back just a little bit? Right? That's minimalizing, okay? So let's say all I did was increase my cash flow, those 2 numbers, right? And I got my $235, okay? So add those numbers up, all right? Now, what I did is we got a credit card. That's going to be the first debt that we tackle, because it's our debt weapon, okay? We owe $2,200 on it as of September, okay? Here's the monthly payment, $40. She's paying 0% till December of 2018, okay? So the goal is, I want to kill this first $2,200 before 2018 so that interest does not accrue on the debt. That makes sense? Okay. So how am I going to do that? I need to figure out what my chunk number will be. All right? So you add up all these numbers, right? And these expenses are the only expenses that she can pay with credit. The rest of her money will stay in cash, okay? So we just split up the cash. That's all we did. All right? This cash over here is going to remain to pay the mortgage, to pay the car note, you know, whatever needs to stay in cash stays in cash. Whatever I can pay with credit, I'm going to add that number up plus the $40 that I'm already making towards the credit card, plus my $235 of cash flow, okay, plus my $50 that I cut back, plus my $85 for working an extra hour or so, right, per week. And now we've got a new cash flow of $410. Right? I think I got that number right. If I did not, let me know. Just add up those numbers. Either way, it's damn near close. All right, just ballparking here, right? So let's say we make our first initial chunk of 1120. Dump that in for either, we're approaching the last week of September, so it could be the first week of October that we do this. Okay, so we dump 1120, 845 of expenses will go out in that same month. Okay, 845 is going out, 410 staying in. Okay, at the same time, she's getting paid another 4. What is she gonna do? Dump the same money right back in that we took out. Okay, right? The next chunk, same thing. 1120. You do the math. 220 divided by 1120. That's 2 months. So the original debt will be done. Done. Okay? Now, this debt has become revolving. So I still have to pay the credit card for a few more months. But what's nice is October, November, I zeroed out the 22. Okay? So now I'm in December. Whatever my debt amount is on the credit card, it's going to match my expenses. So when January's bill comes, all I'm going to do is zero it out so I don't pay any interest. And then I run the expenses again for the month of January. So by February, this will be zeroed out. Okay? Done. That's it. I'm happy. Paid it off. Now my cash flow is up $40. Okay? Now, I'm not gonna write all her debt out because it's a lot, okay? But just to give you an idea of how I would handle each and every debt. So her next debt that she has is another credit card, and the interest promotion is 0 till May of 2019. Okay, so that gives me, if I zero this out in February, I've got March and April. 410 and 410. Okay, that's 820 of cash flow that I'm not using. It's sitting in cash right now. It's not in the credit card. The credit card's zeroed out. It's sitting in cash. 820. Okay? Come May, I'm going to have another 410. Am I not? The bill's going to be due. Okay? Of whatever the debt balance will be, 6-7 months out from now. So May on the timeline, 2019, I've got 820 in cash flow. My expenses are still 845. Add those two numbers up. That's going to be my chunk on the next credit card. And it just so happens that the debt amount equals exactly our chunk, which is perfect because now we don't pay any interest on that. Okay? My cash flow is higher now, so it's only going to take me let's see. My cash flow goes up. Okay? It's only going to take me about till July of 2019. So April, right? May, expiration date, gotcha. We zeroed out the initial debt balance. Now we have a revolving line of credit that we're not paying any interest on. Okay? So we got May, June, July, credit zeroed out. I'm happy. I'm rocking and rolling. I just killed about 5 G's in debt so far, in 8-9 months. Practical. This is practical. What if she gets a $1 raise? What if she gets a bonus at the end of the year? What if she gets a blessing, right? What if she really cuts back on her expenses? What if she really ups her hours? Okay? For every dollar raise, we shave about 3 to 4 months, okay, off the timeline, right? For every for every dollar amount that we save per month, right? It velocitizes the speed even faster, right, of debt payoff. So it's amazing how conservative just looking at this, right? And when I did all the math, right, on the whole 291, conservatively, by the age of 40, she'd be debt free, as opposed to 60 years old, right? Because a mortgage is typically 30 years long, right? She's got student loan debt in here. She's got personal loan debt and credit card debt. Okay, all that piled up, especially with life that happens and different things and emergencies. 8 years, done. Conservative, if nothing changed with this number right here. Done. How awesome is that? Right? To just really, and I really want you to hone in on this, right? And this is so important as to why you should be filling out a form as quickly as possible. Because as soon as I hit my goal, okay, like I had an initial goal to help 52 households this year, my first year of business, right? And you can watch my video where I talk about help one person. That's the name of it. If you haven't watched that video, I encourage you to watch it, right? So my goal was to help 52 households this year. And I had to up it. I had to double it to 104 because I'm already at 60 forms, okay? Now, this notebook right here, right? I've got everyone's name on this thing that filled out a form, all right? Everyone gets a page. Everyone gets 2 pages, right? And it looks, yeah, okay? I take time on each individual, okay? So when this book, right, when I get to the end, okay? Last page, all right? I use everything, okay? When I get to the end, that's it. I'm closing the gates. That's it, all right? And then I'm just going to serve the people that are in this notebook right here, all right? So I really want you to fill out a form, especially if you're someone that absolutely needs help with their personal finances. You really want to have time on your side, right? You want to have the money on your side, not working against you, all right? So I highly encourage you, get that form filled out, because once I close the books, all right, people who fill out a form afterwards, I'm going to send you an email and be like, hey, listen, if you want to be in here, I have an account, got this Patreon account I made recently. I'm learning about it, learning how to, design it or whatever. But it's a way for my loyal subscribers to not only give to the channel to help this grow and help me reach more people. And for the people that I've already been, talking to, I've already explained this to you one-on-one. But, if you'd like to really be a part of my mission, our mission, to impact households in their personal finances, I've got 3 tiers that you can get in on, right? The first tier is $10 a month, all right? The second tier is $47. At that level, you get like a private session with me, one-on-one, and I, boom, put your numbers on the board, and I send it to you, and you have the option whether or not you want me to publish it for everyone else to, see and notice and have results for themselves, or just make it private, right? And that's fine. I'm totally fine with that. Or you can join my third tier at 147 or more, right? And you want to partner with me at that point. You love the mission, you love what I'm doing, you've been watching me since pretty much day one, and you see how much I've grown already and how much this channel has grown, and how many more lives we are going to be able to impact together, right? And I've got a lot of other things that I'll add at that level, at the tier 3 level, at 147. I'm going to shout you out on my channel. If you've got a business, if you have a product or service that would help people financially, whether it's like an app or, anything that has to do with finance or anything that has to do with sustainability, because I'm about, the sustainable development goals and volunteer. If you have a nonprofit, whatever it is, if you get in on that level, I'll shout you out every single month, once a month. Get a private one-on-one phone call with me as you're in the process of doing velocity banking. And ultimately, I want to have lifetime clients, lifetime friendships. So, bit of a rant, but I hope you enjoyed your time with me today as I continue to produce more and more velocity banking scenarios, and to really just show you how practical this can be and how you can attach, minimalizing your life, just living below your means temporarily, not forever, temporarily going into what I call conservation mode. Just like Grant Cardone says, right? You got to go into conservation mode for a temporary period of time where we don't buy anything that we don't absolutely need. Okay? We kill the debt so that we're no longer a slave to the lender, right? And now we focus all of our cash flow investing in ourselves, right? Creating wealth and leaving a legacy behind. All right? Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much.